celebrate the birth of a great person, Jesus Christ, the Lord of the universe. There are many people who have come up and they have called themselves Lord. And unfortunately, there are no more. There are still others who are living, and they still call themselves Lord. But Jesus Christ is the Lord of the universe. He is born and was born into this world so that we experience a successful, victorious life. Tell your friend, Jesus was not just born to take you to heaven. He was born to give you a victorious living on earth. You'll meet so many people, especially, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you'll meet many people, especially on their deathbed. That's when they confess Christ quickly, because they know the other side is called hell, and then there's heaven. And so, according to them, I better die in the Lord so that I escape hell. Jesus did not save us to only escape hell. It's one of the benefits of salvation, but Christ's desire is for us to experience victorious living on earth. If you are not living victoriously, you are one of the reasons Christ died for, and you are one of the reasons Christ was born for, that you may experience a victorious life down here on earth. Many of us are born, we were born in situations that did not show any victory, and you have step by step walked with the Lord, and now as things maybe are clearing up, you are experiencing victorious living because of your obedience day by day towards that which God would like you to experience. Victorious life. Victorious life is a journey. It's a journey that every believer walks in, and it's not attained by one day. It's attained gradually. And so Jesus Christ understands all these things, and that's why he is our Father. Today's sermon is entitled God's Entry into My World. God's entry into my world. We all live in a universe, and we are in this busy universe. Things are busy. People are busy doing their own things. People are busy chasing their own lifestyles. People are busy chasing their own things. And at times the world seems to be running, and the universe is busy. Right now, I know if you travel, we were just discussing with Brother Muraidi, and he was telling me how yesterday from Eldoret to Nairobi, it took him hours that he has never traveled. Why? People are busy on the road. They are going somewhere. Somebody is busy. People are busy. They are going at least to meet their personal desires during this time. If you are traveling, this is not prophecy, but I'm telling you, if you're traveling, you'll either miss a flight, or you'll go and find there is no flight, or they were already booked 1 month ago. If you are going by SGR, I will tell you one thing, that the brokers bought the tickets long time ago, and you'll not travel with 700. You'll be sold maybe at 1,000. Why? Because people know that now it's time to maximize on business. And if you are going to Western Kenya, the buses are no longer, I think they used to charge, I don't know, I can't remember, but I think it's normally 800. Now I think it must be 1,500. People maximizing on the business and the things that are happening in the universe. Yet we as individuals are reduced to one person called you. and you have your own world. You have your own setup of experiences. You have your own private issues that you go through every day. And as people and these things are busy around, you live in a universe that is busy, but your experiences are so different. Right now, as you're seated here, everybody is experiencing different issues. There's somebody who's wondering from when is coming, why, where and why, and so many things. There's somebody else who's seated here and they are saying, that was a nice Form 4. Wow, hallelujah. There's somebody else seated here and they are saying, why do people even do Form 4? What's the purpose? I don't like it. There should be no exams. There is somebody who's seated here and is saying, now, why do they sell goats at 10,000? They should have made it 9,000. And somebody else is saying, where do I get food? Yet all under the umbrellas of Christ. And we all are in our personal world. I just want to tell you that, especially this time and this season, there's one thing that I would like to let you know, that sometimes we celebrate, but some people are not in the celebration mood at all. Some people don't even want to hear the word celebrate. Some people have no reason for celebrating. Yet, if you explain to them nicely why Jesus Christ was born, then they'll understand, actually, there's a reason to celebrate. Even in the world that they're experiencing, there's a reason to say, Jesus is Lord. So if you consider the world right now, a lot is happening. But many things are so personal. There's the corporate experience, but there are personal things. I received a text at 2:29 in the night, and somebody told me, we have been arrested. We are at the police station. 2:29 a.m. And then I was wondering, should I go? Should I not go? What do I do? Should I call? OCS ameenda nyumbani, so would you even call? But somebody else, their night was not as good as yours. Maybe you woke up and you said something like, I need to buy a new mattress. This one is not very comfortable. So somebody else was saying, hey, this is how the cells are. They woke up in a cell. And yet still united under the love of Christ. Christ was born in your world, and Christ has entered your world. No matter what you are going through, everybody has got their own personal world. Today I just want us to be sensitive to personal space and personal people, personal situations that we have under the love and the cover of Christ. Everywhere we have situations that are so private and they are so personal that it takes, I'm not saying that we don't celebrate, but I'm saying there are people living in the same universe, but different experiences altogether. And so as we celebrate, I want you to have the decorum, the sensitivity of saying, yes, I'm celebrating, but somebody else is saying, I'm celebrating, but I wish I was in good health. I wish I was in good health. There's somebody who has personal fears, personal desires, challenges, difficulties. Yet Christ is born in their world. Christ is in their world. There's no bad luck or good luck. It is Christ who knows why you are experiencing those situations. Christ did not just come to pass by, but he came to give us meaningful experiences in our personal and private situations. How is your world? What are you experiencing right now in your world? Is your world okay? He is bothered by the things that you are going through. The reading we read, which I'll read again, I'll request you to sit down as I read. Since then we have a great high priest who has passed through the heavens, Jesus, the Son of God. Let us hold fast our confession. For we do not have a high priest who is unable to sympathize with our weaknesses, but one who in every respect has been tempted as we are, yet without sin. Let us then with confidence draw near the throne of grace, that we may receive mercy and find grace to help in time of need. Number one, he knows my world. Jesus knows your world. The world that you are going through, he understands. He is the Father. He has passed through that world. He has been there. The things that I struggle with sometimes look so big and unique. Sometimes they look so enormous that at times you think that it's only you that you're experiencing these things, but Christ has been there. The reason why God sent him as a son to die and to be born, especially to be born in such a world, so that he could identify with you in your world. He's a Father who has been there. He's a God who has been in your world. He has experienced that world that you are in. That's why when you are in a situation, he understands and he knows my child is in a situation. My child needs me right now. And this is the biggest thing that you can do in your world. Please don't keep the Christ away. In your world, don't put him or push him behind. But in your world, in your experiences, embrace him, invite him, and let him journey with you, because it is in that world that you are in that he wants to give you victory. He wants to give you victory because he understands, he knows that this is the moment that if I don't walk with my child, if I don't carry my child may have a difficulty in trusting in me. And so in your world, walk with the Savior. Walk with the Master who has been born in your world. Number two, he understands your world. He understands your world. There are many people who will come and tell you, I understand. But him, he understands. Christ was treated with all manner of experiences for your sake, so that while he was going on the cross and when he said, it is finished, is because he understands that these people will experience and are experiencing hardship. I thank God he passed through all the ages, from childhood to early childhood to teenager to everywhere, so to even young adult and everything. He knows the challenges. As a child, he knew and he was expected to show obedience. He has been there. As a child, he knows and he understands. Do you think Christ was a terrible too at one time? Daktari wa watoto. Do you think Christ was a terrible too? So alikuwa anasumbua nani? Being a terrible too. He used to mess up with Mary. But Jesus was at age 2. And so he understands children and he loves them. That's why when the disciples one day were being mean to children, he rebuked them and told them, let the little children come to me. Why? Because he has been there. He has been a teenager. At teenage, apparently he was found in the temple. I wonder if Christ was born this era during technology. Do you think you'll have a smartphone or a kabambe? A smartphone. Would you be on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook? There are some that I've not even heard. I'm here, Chris, you are informed, eh? You know so many. But Christ will not be in all those, maybe he'll be in all. Why? Because he understands. I'm sure he would be having a smartphone and a kabambe at the same time. A kabambe to transact business like a businessman. You know, all businessmen, they have one thing in common. They have a kabambe. I don't know why, because they are scared of losing network, and maybe basically that kabambe is for M-Pesa. That is always on. but also smartphone to connect. And Christ would be there in this world. He understands the world. He is present in our world. He knows the challenges. I was asking a young man the other day how many times they hold their phones in their hands in a day. And he told me many times. And then I asked them, can you count the times you hold your phone in your hands from tomorrow and give me a feedback? And it's countless. Have you ever tried to wonder how many times you hold this phone in your hand? There are many times. Christ would do the same maybe if he was a teenager. But he would be a disciplined teenager. I don't know what parents desire when they see you with a phone, but maybe Christ will be that desire of your parent as one with a phone. But he understands these things. He could have been maybe different, but he would still have lived in such an experience. The dangers of our world right now, the dangers that go through, the dangers that come with travel, the dangers that come with politics, the dangers that come with relationships, Christ understands. Talk of travel. Thank God we are talking of safety right now on our roads. He could have been walking. If you are brave, I dare you walk from here to Mombasa and go have some good time at the beach. But those are the distances these guys used to cover with open shoes. If I was to go for a marathon, I dress up and I go, but I see where I come from in Kapsabet, those guys just run barefooted. And they run up the hill, down, and then they come, they win golds, and they become rich. As we dress up, we want to have a Nike, we want the short to be undergarment, you want the t-shirt to be sujui by Puma. And those guys don't care. They just get into anything, run, and then after some time of resistance, they win. Christ understands the risk that come in our times. He has been there. Talk of work. He has seen his father working, the son of a carpenter. He has seen his father. Maybe the clients who were rude to his father, they could come and tell him, this thing was not made as per my desire, Silipi. He was there. He understands our world. He understands our fears. The fears that come along and that we have at the moment right now. Christ understands those fears. Do you have some fears? Is your world right now a risky place? Is your world right now unbearable? Is your world right now a gray area? You have a Father who understands. And then he makes the invitation. In verse 16, as I finish, he makes this invitation, and he says in the invitation, let us then with confidence draw to the throne of grace, that we may receive mercy and find grace to help in time of need. We have seen the way our world is full of all these things. And Christ wants to journey with us in this pilgrimage journey. He wants to journey with us as we continue. Do you have the confidence to approach the throne? The throne, to receive grace, you need some sort of confidence. The confidence that says, I surrender. I surrender, I surrender. Walk with me, Christ. I am here. I want to walk with you. His acceptance of me at the throne of grace is a great miracle. Many would have paid anything to come at that throne of grace, but it is by grace that we receive mercy. not by our own works, not by our own means, but it is by grace. And we like to ask him to guide us because he's our great Jehovah. We like to ask him to walk with us because he's our great Jehovah. We like to sing in declaration because we know that if he doesn't guide us, then the journey will be tough. If he doesn't guide us, then our world may swallow us. So as the worship team comes to help us sing, Guide me, O great Jehovah, it's our declaration, it's our surrender, and it's our prayer that as the world is busy, as the world is going through many things, one thing we are praying, one thing we are asking, that Jehovah will guide us in this journey. That Jehovah will lead us, and that Jehovah will help us even in the risky places as we journey through. Maybe we are right now, you may be in a fertile land, you may be in a land that is okay, but somebody else may be in a land that is barren. Somebody else may be in an experience of about to cross the Red Sea. But maybe you are in a position that you are able to swim through the Red Sea. We all need guidance by the great Jehovah. Guide me, O great Jehovah.